Hey guys, Shane Douglas here, 50 years old. I just wanted to share my story a little bit with my distal bicep injury. One thing about it I found right away was when I went online, there's a lot of young people that have torn their bicep, and there's a lot of different surgeries and procedures and whatever. But I want documented mine because I'm a little different. Like I said, I'm 50 years old. My activity level is extremely high. I work out 5 to 6 days a week. I play golf, softball, all the sports, etc. like that. So I'm extremely active. So I wanted to make sure that I could get back into mode quickly. I actually tore it playing softball, hitting a softball. First swing of the year, took a swing at the ball, hit it. As soon as I hit it, I felt a burning sensation from about 3/4 way up my forearm all the way up through my bicep. So I actually knew right away. It was something I'd never felt before, so I was a little bit concerned I tore it. I went through the normal procedure, which by the way is silly, but you're gonna go through it. You're gonna have to go to a doctor. Of course, they're gonna take an x-ray, which doesn't really show tendons and ligaments. So it's not gonna show much, but they're gonna know it's tore because it's pretty obvious. You can see it, you get a little bit of balling of the muscle right away. It moves up your shoulder. But then they'll order an MRI, then you'll get to talk to an orthopedic surgeon. So one thing I would say is only 3% of the tears that I found come from the lower injury. If you tear your upper bicep, you have 2 connection points, so what they do is sometimes they'll just let one of them scar over if it's torn. And you'll have a little bit of disfiguration or whatever, but you're still really functional. The bottom ones, it's really time sensitive. I didn't really realize this till I started doing some research, but if it's torn, depending on where and how much, and if it was ruptured or whatever, 4 to 6 weeks later, it could be too late to do the surgery. So then you're stuck with no bicep attachment at the bottom, and you don't want to do that, especially if you work physically for a living, because you lose the pronation grip, the turning of your hand a little bit, and you lose strength and whatever. So I want to make sure I got it going. So what I did was I researched it. Then I went and saw our orthopedic surgeon, and we talked about doing the Endobutton treatment or surgery or procedure. Look it up, Endobutton. It is by far, at least for me, I'm obviously not a doctor, so I'm not giving any advice, but fantastic surgery. I actually had surgery 7 days ago on Tuesday. And what they do is they do one incision. Hopefully you can see that okay there. I'll get it up as close as I can to the camera. But there's one incision here. They reach up, they grab the tendon of the bicep, depending on where it ruptured, pull it down, and what they do is they sew like a titanium button of sorts on the end of it. Then they drill a hole through your forearm bone, and they feed the button through, and then they pull it up so it locks it in. But then what they do is they put a screw in that hole, and so the tendon is secure. So the great thing about that is they're not really concerned with you re-rupturing it or starting too early and rehabbing it. Now you can't go up and pick up weights and things like that and pick up in a lifting motion, but functionality, take a look, 7 days. I get the hand above me, I can turn it over, which was extremely painful the first day, by the way. I didn't have any nerve block because I kind of wanted to know what I was dealing with right away. They gave me hydrocodone. I took that for about a day and a half or 2 days, and then I started taking Tylenol. And it's much, much better. It's still kind of a little bit of an ache, but as you can tell, I can do assisted hand lifts or hand lifts of my own. I can rotate my hand, which means I'm getting my flexibility back quickly within the first 7 days. So you want to make sure that if you're active, you get this done right away. If you think you've torn it, go get it checked, because if it's a bad one, like it's farther up the arm, it could just be a matter of weeks and you would not be able to get surgery. So like I said, this surgery, the Endobutton surgery that I had, was fantastic. I don't work physically for a living, meaning I have a stay-at-home job, work online, speak, that type of thing. So I don't have to worry about that. If you have a physical labor job, this is a very important procedure for you to have done. So I will be updating my progress every 7 days. So next Tuesday, I'll shoot another video. Hopefully this will help. I know when I go through something like this, I blew my knee out 10 years ago. I like to research it, know what I'm dealing with, and attack it. And I'm sure that's what you want to do as well. So hopefully I'll get to talk to you on the next video. If you want to subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. I will shoot them out every 7 days. Thanks, guys, and I hope you recover quickly.